Hello, my name is Andrea Sánchez Tapia. I am a resident fellow at Open Life Science, and this is my application to the Software Sustainability Institute Fellowship in 2023. My project aims to develop the community-led localization and translation processes of the Turing Way. I am a Colombian biologist with a background in plant ecology and biodiversity informatics. As part of my research, I started using R for data analysis in 2009. I was based at the Scientific Computation Laboratory of the Rio de Janeiro Botanical Garden as a PhD student and a postdoc. There, I developed reproducible workflows for biodiversity informatics applications. I am a programmer and a maintainer of R packages that implement biodiversity informatic routines, such as ecological niche modeling and biodiversity data download, cleaning, standardization, and validation. I also teach scientific programming skills. I created a graduate level course in scientific computation. Our aim was to provide the tools and the basis for the students to encourage them to carry the research in an open and reproducible way. Earlier this year, I participated in a training program in quantitative biology and ecology with students from Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, and Colombia. All these tasks require me to work in multiple languages, translating the materials that are in English and teaching them in other languages. I am part of the translation and localization team of the Turing Way. The Turing Way is an open source and community-led project that aims to open up the potential of data science for everyone. Through the collaborative development of the Turing Way, we bring together a diverse community of researchers, educators, leaders, both in the UK and internationally. The Turing Way is hosted at the Alan Turing Institute. The work of the current Turing Way translation and localization team started at the November 2021 Book Dash. Book Dashes are one-week-long events where people from the community contribute and curate content for the guide. After the Book Dash, we have been meeting weekly. Today, I co-lead a team composed of several people from around the world. We drafted a translation chapter in the community guide. We participate in conferences, meetings, and fireside chats of other communities. We document our workflows, and we are building translation guidelines for the languages that we're working on. I am currently leading the discussion about the governance, onboarding, and offboarding of the members of the team. Why do this? Why translating and localizing the Turing Way? Translation works as a democratization process. It's a tool that gives access to non-native English speakers around the world. Most of the content of the internet is in English, and those who do not speak English do not have access to this documentation. It is also a way of community building. We have seen that the continuity of the efforts of the translation is better when you have a good community, a community that is established and that is supportive, rather than having isolated efforts. And when you have a community, you have the opportunity to learn from one another. We also see translation as one of the entry points to the community of the Turing Way, because it allows people to discover the rest of the content, the rest of the community, and decide what other roles they want to have. Since translation is a way to read and study the content of the guide, it also can feedback, and people who are translated can propose material and content to the main guide in English. Being a Software Sustainability Institute Fellow would allow me to lead and support this collaborative translation community. First, by recognizing the time and energy that our current translators have already put into this task. With small stipends to recognize their work, we could also actively onboard translators. It would also allow us to have live captioning in our weekly meetings to facilitate the participation of those of us who are non-native English speakers. We would also like to collaborate with a project led by Melissa Black, who is applying in this cohort. She will be developing the Spanish version of the Open Life Science materials, and she has been working in the team. So we are seeing this as a collaborative, also another very close project for us. One key outcome for these 15 months of work would be hosting a translation dash for the Turing Way in the molds of the Book Dashes. In collaboration with other members of the community, I would adapt this documentation to host a week-long event focused on translation and localization of the Turing Way content. During this event, we will assess, discuss, and promote the progress of the translation of each team. We will exchange experiences and practical advice about the translation of this content and other technical content in the field of open research. And we will exchange experiences with other open source communities, such as Open Life Sci, Metadocencia, and the Carpentries. This project is an opportunity to promote cooperation between the international research software community and UK-based initiatives such as the Turing Way and Open Life Sci. By onboarding international researchers, not only as translators, but also as leads of the team, they will contribute to the community and we will all grow from their input. This is also an opportunity to promote the SSI mission to create better research software by broadening the access to relevant documentation in open research. And overall, we will have an opportunity to strengthen the international research software community. Thank you so much. Gracias. Obrigada. Teşekkürler.